At midnight, Melody Shari Rogers released her statement stating that she would no longer be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. After 9 seasons of sharing her life with us, she has decided to part ways with the show.
Melody Sher's break from Love and Marriage Huntsville rocked the whole fan base. Let's be honest, nobody saw this coming. She was the heart of the program, the one that kept things real. Now she's out, and the drama stopped with her departure. The man who used to want to bring her down now had to deal with life without her in the picture. Some claim Martell was blindsided. Others see it coming but refuse to believe it. Either way, his answer wasn't quiet.
So whenever we tend to be rejected, you know, that hurts our soul emotionally. That'll make us do things that we shouldn't do, you know, once we feel that rejection. And I felt it. My ex, she felt it. And that caused us to do things that'll hurt, you know, because of that rejection. I didn't think that I would be the person to, going through the divorce, breaking down and crying and stuff like that. I'd never been a person to cry. But this situation made me a little emotional and things like that, especially, my kids love me so much.
Therefore, Melody wasn't just a cast member. She was the real deal on Love and Marriage Huntsville from the beginning. Fans adored her for her strength and ability to rise above the chaos, even when everything around her was falling apart. She wasn't just a face on the show, she was the center of it. However, behind the scenes, Melody was dealing with some quite serious issues. The drama with Martell Holt was constant, even after their divorce. He seemed determined to make her life a living hell every season, questioning her parenting, spreading rumors, and trying to turn the other cast members against her. It wasn't just Martell who was causing trouble. You could see the alliances forming, and many of them weren't on her side. The tension was real even when the cameras weren't rolling. It seemed like the producers were only interested in Melody's chaos because it made for good television, forcing her into situations to add drama. Despite everything, Melody persisted in pushing through, concentrating on her music, her business, and being the best mother she could be. But you could tell she was beginning to get over the backstabbing and never-ending arguments that were wearing her down. Fans noticed a change in her energy. Looking back, it's evident that Melody's departure had been simmering for some time. The signs had been there for years, but no one had anticipated that she would actually leave, especially not in this manner. Over the past few seasons, she went from being completely devoted to the show to appearing increasingly checked out.
About your morals or lack thereof. Let's talk about your integrity or lack thereof. Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about some stuff that actually has a little bit of substance. Okay? Secondly, girl, you talking about I filed bankruptcy? Yes, sweetie. After your boyfriend filed. After he filed. So I didn't want everything to fall on me, not because I couldn't take care of everything. So let's get the facts straight, but I'm sure you have still continued to listen to all the lies that he gave. You know what? I finally understand why he was able to be a side chick for 5 years, because you don't.
Rumors of some serious behind-the-scenes drama had been circulating for months, but Martell was stirring things up once more. This time, though, it seemed like he was getting away with it rather than facing consequences because he was still given a platform to mess with Melody's life, and the dynamics among the cast were changing more and more. The network reality TV lives on drama, and Melody's personal life was like gold for ratings. She also felt alone because she had fewer people she could trust. There's a lot going on, but was she pressured to remain in poisonous relationships? Or were the producers imposing plots that prevented her from finding any serenity when you're surrounded by negativity all the time? Have to question whether it's still worth it, but what ultimately caused her to leave had to be a major turning point that left her feeling helpless. One thing is certain though, Melody wasn't simply quitting a TV show. Was it another betrayal from a castmate, a behind-the-scenes power move that left her in a difficult situation, or did Martell contribute to her dismissal? As shocking as her departure is, the real question now is what's next for him. She was making a statement that she was done being the focus of someone else's drama, done being manipulated, and done playing a role that didn't serve her anymore.
You be shaking your dang on head at yourself. You always doing. You was doing 3 days ago in Houston. What is you blowing up and saying all these inaccuracies for to these people? You always doing that. You always doing. No, it ain't accurate. No, it's not actually accurate. You said to me that when we were married, I was going to hotels cheating on you. That's
I didn't say you wanted.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say that you was.
Yes, you did.
There's
And
a
you said it
possibility.
multiple times.
There's a possibility because I don't. Because like me.
Well, we know
what?
you was
It's
cheating.
okay. Okay. I'm sorry for that.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Not
If I
sorry
knew
for
this was
cheating.
going to destroy
You're not
what
sorry.
we had, I would have. It would have been like it is.
Melody declared her intention to leave Huntsville for love and marriage. The man who had spent years making Melody's life difficult, Martell, seemed unconcerned at first, acting as though her departure was not a big deal. However, anyone who knows Martell knows that when he plays it cool, there's usually something going on underneath, and sure enough, it didn't take long for the mask to come off. Martell had centered his entire plot around Melody. Marriage and divorce, their relationship was the main focus of their post-breakup arguments. Without Melody, what was left for him? His business endeavors had suffered, his public image was in ruins, and he was no longer the successful husband and father he had once presented himself as. Was he truly sad about Melody leaving? Or was he concerned about what it meant for him? Is the show even going to survive without Melody? And more importantly, would Martell still be? Relevantly, the truth is that a large portion of his screen time was derived from his arguments with Melody, their tense co-parenting dynamic, and his persistent attempts to change the past. All of this gave him airtime with Melody gone, but who would he argue with and who would confront him when he misrepresented the facts? Not only was Martell losing his ex-wife from the show, but he was also losing his plot, his command of the story, and the person who most prominently highlighted his actions. And when the reality of Melody's departure became apparent, Martell's behavior changed. He began making more appearances and making jokes about Melody, acting as though he was unfazed, but the fact that he kept bringing her up said it all. Then, the real question arose. Without Melody, what was Martell's role on the show? Could he stand alone, or would he end up becoming just another supporting character?
Seeing from that, what I did, that I
Repeatedly.
so just regret from the depths of my heart. I regret. I'm like, if I knew, now it's like it wouldn't be this way. You know what I'm saying?
You should have listened.
Melody was the show's star, the one who kept viewers interested, the one with whom fans identified, and the one whose life provided the most genuine, unvarnished moments for the program. When she left, the entire dynamic had to change, and now the producers are faced with a huge dilemma. Who will replace her? Kimmy and other cast members. Since Letitia has always played supporting parts in the show's larger conflicts, they may see this as their chance to shine. However, with Melody gone, there is a power vacuum. Will they step up and try to take over? And if they can, will they be able to fill Melody's shoes? Martell, who is likely thinking that this is his chance to take over the show. But the issue is his. The plot has always been connected to Melody. Without her, would he have enough to support his own story? Desperation can drive people to do crazy things, and if Martell begins to struggle for attention, we might see him attempting to create drama in novel ways. Finally, will LH even continue to exist without Melody? The show flourished because of her presence, strength, and her. Individual whether you like her or not, one thing is certain, marriage and love will never be the same in Huntsville without Melody. Therefore, the producers are facing a significant task in retaining the audience.
Wrap for Melody Shari Rogers on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's officially announced that she will not be returning to the reality TV series. Look, there have been a lot of signs that Melody was done with OWN, that she was done with Carlos, because she unfollowed him, she's said some things on social media, and most recently, she revealed some things about her issues with the show and how it's being produced, and someone, a producer on her show, basically wanted to be her TV manager, and when she said no, she felt as if there was retaliation.
Melody's departure was unexpected, but it appears that she may not have left on her own. According to a leaked conversation, she was pushed out rather than simply walking away, which is what actually happened behind the scenes. For months, there were rumors that Melody felt very alone because of the drama with Martell, and it's obvious that she was under a lot of pressure because of the shifting alliances among the cast and potential producer meddling. However, this leak changes the game by hinting that she might have been forced out. Was this a move by the producers to shake things up? The top performers on several reality shows have been known to leave when they feel like they're gaining too much power, and let's face it, Melody wasn't just another cast member. She was the show's heart, and her influence was enormous. Perhaps that caused issues for the higher-ups. Then there's Martell. Could he have been involved in this? He's been attempting to control Melody for years, both during their marriage and after their breakup. Was this part of his plan to push her out so he could get the spotlight? It gets even messier because some fans believe that some cast members may have been involved as well. This leak only confirms their suspicions. Melody may be gone, but the whole tale is only beginning with her gone. The betrayal, deception, and hidden motives are all beginning to surface. Of the image of marriage and love, Huntsville is experiencing a severe identity crisis. Let's face it, Melody provided the depth, strength, and authenticity that kept viewers interested. Without her, will the show still have the same vibe? And then there's Martell, who may think this is his chance to take charge. But in reality, he may have just lost the main reason people were watching. His entire plot revolved around Melody. Other cast members like Kimmy and Letitia may try to step up, but will they be able to carry the show? Fans are already discussing whether this show can continue without Melody, and let's say opinions are all over the place. Was it really her choice? There's always a chance that she'll make a dramatic return, and if she does, it won't be quiet. However, Martell's response speaks for itself. He may be acting as though it's not a big deal, but he knows deep down that his time on the show may be running out without Melody. One commenter said, "No Melody, no show, simple as that," while another added, "They really tried to push her out. Wow, I'm done with this show." A third person said that Martell believed he had won, but noticed how quickly this backfired on him. What do you guys think though? For the newest celebrity tea, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and remember to like, share, and subscribe.